Hello and welcome back to the Private Label Masters YouTube channel, the #1 channel on YouTube when it comes to selling your private label products on Amazon.com. Everything you need to know. Now, if this is your first time at the channel, make sure to go down below, hit that subscribe button, hit the notification bell so you know exactly when each new video comes out. Now, we have an important topic to discuss today, and it is because there is an important day coming up, just a few weeks away. I'm talking a day that you'll see bigger sales than both Black Friday and Cyber Monday. And what is that? It's Prime Day. What is Prime Day and how can we get the most out of it? That's what we're gonna talk about in today's video. Stay tuned. Now, before we talk about Prime Day, if you want to know how I do what I do, check out the link in the description for the full Private Label Masters course. So Prime Day, what is it and how big of a sales day really can it be for you and I this year? Let's jump on my computer real quick and look at a few news articles that will give us a little insight to what we have to look forward to. So here we are on CNN. Notice what it says here. Amazon's Prime Day was the biggest sales day in company history. The tech giant on Wednesday reported record sales for its third annual Prime Day, beating out its numbers for previous Black Friday and Cyber Monday shopping periods. In fact, Prime Day sales were higher than both shopping holidays combined in 2016. You think of Black Friday, you think of Cyber Monday, you think of everybody going out shopping, right? That's when the deals are. But can you believe that Prime Day killed both of those two holidays combined to the previous year? Insane. Now you may wonder, okay, last year's Prime Day was good, but how good can we expect this Prime Day to be? Well, let's look at the statistics of 2017's Prime Day compared to 2016. And we can find that information out on motleyfool.com, which is an investing website. Here it says, Prime Day sales over 60% compared with last year's Prime Day. Based on the year-over-year growth of Amazon's 2017 Prime Day sales compared with 2016 Prime Day sales, the e-commerce giant's Prime Day doesn't look like it's anywhere near close to peaking. So that is really exciting because if it grew 2017 to 2016 in comparison, 60% growth, imagine what this year holds for you and I. And if 2017's Prime Day killed both Black Friday and Cyber Monday of the year before, going with that trend, this year's Prime Day is gonna destroy last year's Cyber Monday and Black Friday together. Can you imagine the amount of sales that means for you and myself? And overall, what this means for selling on Amazon in general. Look at that tremendous growth that you and I get to ride in the upcoming years. Now you may say, Tim, okay, that's great. How do we know that these aren't just gigantic companies and they're the ones who's really killing it? I mean, who cares about your little brands? Well, check out this news article that I found. Here it says, some sellers saw their sales leap over 1,000%. It says companies offering Prime Day discounts might have sacrificed margins to be a part of Amazon's big shopping holiday, but they were rewarded with surging sales. Now let's skip down to this bottom paragraph. It says, second-time Prime Day participant kitchen products company Willow and Everett realized Prime Day sales 1,500% higher than its daily average sales volume on Amazon. A sizable increase from 2016, which delivered Prime Day sales of 1,000% or 10 times its daily average sales volume. Now, why do I say that's important? Well, let's check out Willow and Everett on Amazon.com. So here we have their storefront, and as you can see, this is a private label products brand. This isn't some gigantic company. This is somebody like you and I, who over time has added products to their brand and now has a thriving brand on Amazon. And they are the ones who had 1,500% increase in their daily sales. So that means, no, the sales aren't just for these big giant companies. It's also for private label sellers like yourself and myself who are gonna see this huge increase. So how can we make the most out of Prime Day? It sounds amazing. Sales going through the roof, skyrocketing compared to all other US retailers. How can we make the most of it? Let's talk about a few tips. So our first tip is having enough inventory. Now, this is pretty late notice. If your product isn't one that can be air shipped in, then most likely whatever inventory you have right now or that's on the water right now is what you'll have for Prime Day. So what I recommend is if you were planning on blowing out a ton of inventory right now, save some of that, because Prime Day, you're gonna have a bunch of thirsty Amazon buyers ready to make some purchases. Now, one thing that I notice with different sellers when it comes to Amazon Prime Day is they start seeing sales fly out. And it's addicting, right? It's addicting. But now you may have the option to sell out completely on Prime Day, but that will put you out of stock for a few weeks. Or you limit your sales on Prime Day and make your inventory last a little while longer. Again, it's addicting when you start seeing all those sales fly out and you wanna hit some new numbers. It's important to think long-term about your product. It's better to space out your sales than totally blitz it on one day than be out of stock for 2.5 weeks. So keep that in mind. Now, another thing that you're gonna see is lightning deals. Now, this is for more advanced sellers, and the opportunity to have a lightning deal on Prime Day has passed. But just some insight for your next Prime Day is the approximate price for a Prime Day lightning deal is around $750, okay? However, sales go insane if you have a lightning deal. What do I mean by that? Here's an experience of someone I knew. They had a product that sold 100 per day. Well, they got a lightning deal, and guess what? In the first hour, they sold 5,000 units. 5,000 units and sold out completely. That is the power of Prime Day. So, a little insight into what I'm doing on my business, I have about 7 Prime Day lightning deals that are gonna be run. And on one of them, I've ordered 9,000 extra units that I'm gonna sell on that 6-hour window. So, keep checking back for an update on how that goes. The next thing you wanna give some thought to is if you wanna run some kind of promos or coupons, okay? So remember, these are two different things. They're both in your advertising tab within Seller Central. But if you wanna use coupons, remember it takes about 3 days for your coupons to be approved within Amazon. So make sure you get those set up a little bit in advance. And also think about running some promos. Perhaps a buy 3, get 10% off, buy 4, get 15% off, something like that. So get creative trying to make a little more sales or perhaps some upsells throughout your inventory on Amazon. Now, the next topic I want to talk about is PPC. Now, Amazon's already sent out an email to all its sellers saying, make sure to raise all your bids and all your budgets for Prime Day. So I want to caution you here, right? Think about it. If every single person raises all their bids and budgets, guess who ultimately wins, right? It's a bloodfest out there. And Amazon just makes a ton of money off your PPC spend. So what I recommend doing is not increasing your budget right at the start. Keep your budget the same and pay close attention to see how quickly it runs out. And the same with your bids. Now, as your budget decreases and potentially gets fully spent, let's say it's 10 a.m., add a little bit of money to it. But don't just add some gigantic number in there like $500 when you usually have a $50 campaign, because it'll just get totally destroyed. And this might allow you to pace your money throughout the day instead of it all getting destroyed at the beginning of the day. So remember, keep an eye on your bids and your budget and increase slowly as you keep an eye on what your ads are doing and what your daily budget and your spend is doing. Next, let's talk about pricing. So with that many hungry buyers, you may think that you need to have some crazy low sale, but that's not always true. I remember one time when I was doing more retail arbitrage, I went to Toys R Us on Black Friday and I got in line. I knew exactly the products I wanted to purchase to resell. And what I noticed is that the people were sheep. They saw a whole bunch of people going here and picking off items and they grabbed them. They said, oh, give me one of these, and threw it on. None of those items were even on sale. It's just that's what people were there. They happened to be there and just added to their cart. People are in the shopping mood. And the same thing I've noticed when it comes to these big sale days like Prime Day is that you may have the exact same sales price, yet sell a ton more items. And you may even play with raising your price at times. For example, if you have a limited amount of inventory left, instead of blowing them all out at regular prices, why not gradually increase them on that day while you have all this traffic of thirsty buyers and make more money out of it? You might be surprised that sometimes even raising your price on days like Prime Day will get you more sales than if you lower it. So again, play with your pricing. I know we love this business because it's a set in and forget it, but I encourage you on Prime Day to stay glued to your monitor, play around with these different things such as your price, your PPC, your bids, your budget, watch your inventory, watch what the competitors are doing, and have a blast with that day. Get your popcorn out, get in your sweats or your PJs, and get ready to have a crazy, exciting day on Amazon. So your final question may be, well, when is Prime Day? What is the date of it? So that we can be ready. Well, right now, the reports are stating that Prime Day will be on July 17th. Make sure to keep checking Google, different news report outlets, in the Facebook groups to find out if that date changed. But as of right now, July 17th looks to be Prime Day, and it's a Tuesday. Now, another exciting thing is leading up into Prime Day, Amazon really pushes the advertising. They have what they call Prime Week. So you're gonna also see increased traffic over that week leading up into Prime Day, which means more sales for you and more sales for myself. Now, I hope you guys really enjoyed this video. I can't wait to tell you guys how my Prime Day goes, and I hope you guys have a killer Prime Day also. Make sure to join the Private Label Masters Facebook group in the link below. And remember, it's not okay to be an average Amazon seller when you can be a master in the same amount of time, and you can be a master by implementing these videos into your business. And if you really want to take the fast route to becoming a master private label seller, check out the full Private Label Masters course in the description below, and I'll see you guys in the next one.